If you are ready to cook up success in your faith-based business, then Kitchen Wisdom is for you. Today, we are talking about creating a faith-fueled business in the kitchen. Now, I don't know, do you like shrimp and grits? I'll talk about that. Are you tired of feeling unfulfilled in your business and wanting to bring more purpose and meaning to your work? In this video, we're exploring what it means to build a faith-based business and how you can start doing it from the comfort of your own home. Yeah, in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen today. Now, whether you're a foodie, or you're an entrepreneur, or simply someone who's looking to live out your values in your work, this video is absolutely for you. So join us as we dive into the world of faith-based business and discover how you can turn your passions into a purpose-driven enterprise. Are you ready? Because see, the kitchen is the heart of your business, and I want to make sure that we're right on point. Yeah, I told you about that. Shrimp fried rice, not shrimp fried rice. What did I say? I said shrimp and grits. I love it. South Carolina style. And I probably will go ahead and send you the message. If you check the description below, I'm going to give you a link to my favorite. And I'll tell you the best part is the grits itself. And the secret is they add half and half. Anyway, what if I told you that the secret to a thriving, truly fulfilling business isn't a new strategy, a bigger marketing budget, or even some revolutionary product? What if the main ingredient you're missing, like the half and half, has been right in front of you the entire time? Yes. See, we spend so much time trying to perfect our business plans, optimize our funnels, and chase the big thing. And I help people do that. But we follow all the blueprints for success, meticulously adding every ingredient the gurus tell us we need. You know, the red peppers that we chop up, the yellow peppers, the green peppers, the orange ones. We want to make it look really good. And yet, for so many of us, even when we follow the recipe perfectly, the end result just feels hollow. Something's missing. See, today we're going to find that missing ingredient, and it has the power to change everything. With the shrimp and grits, you gotta have shrimp, right? Do you feel, or do you ever feel like you're just running on a hamster wheel in your business? You're chasing the growth, you're hitting your targets, you're building something you should be proud of, but you can't shake the feeling that a key piece is missing. You're doing all the right things, but it doesn't feel right. See, you might be succeeding by every metric that the world has. You know, you got the dollars coming in, you got the clients that are doing this, but you feel spiritually disconnected, maybe even a little empty. This feeling is like a quiet epidemic among entrepreneurs. You know, we've been building these businesses on what? Quicksand? It's that exhaustion that comes from pouring your heart and your soul into a venture that feeds your bank account but starves your spirit. See, you've built a business, but is it built on a foundation that can truly sustain you and its purpose? The problem probably isn't your work ethic. You're probably working very, very hard. It just depends. The problem is the foundation. See, we've often been handed a blueprint for business that's missing its most important component, like the shrimp and grits. You gotta have shrimp. And in mine, you gotta have andouille sausage, and you gotta have some bacon too. Those are key ingredients. See, it's the hollowness of a foundation without faith that is the problem. See, for years, a dominant narrative in the entrepreneurial world has been the gospel of hustle. You know, you got to have your hustle on. You got to get your hustle in. No, we need holy rest to go along with it. And that hustle was really growth at all costs. We're taught to be relentless, to separate our personal convictions from our professional decisions. You know, that sacred versus secular argument, it never did work. We hear that business is business and faith is for Sunday only. Well, I don't know about you, but it just doesn't quite work. See, by trying to live in two separate worlds, it's a recipe for a deep internal conflict. You just don't feel right. That's that emptiness, that lack of fulfillment, if you would. See, this approach can lead to what I call a hollow success. On the outside, everything looks perfect. The numbers are climbing. Yeah, they're going up. The brand is growing, and you're the picture of success. But on the inside, there's a void. You find yourself making decisions that feel out of line with who you really are. That divine alignment is missing. You compromise on the little things, telling yourself it's just good business. But every one of those compromises chips away at your soul. Now, this isn't just a feeling, it has real consequences. It can lead to burnout, anxiety, and that constant draining sense of being an imposter in your own life. You start to wonder what the point of it all is. Is this really what you were called to do? Is that what God said? Were you called to build something that forces you to be someone that you're not? And my guess is your answer is absolutely not. Keep listening though. See, the thing is that the Bible isn't silent on work and commerce. It offers incredible wisdom on how to run our affairs in a way that honors God. Yeah, it does. Scripture teaches us that our work can be a form of worship and an act of service and a platform for ministry also. See, I always say Colossians 3:23, whatever you do it with all of your heart as unto the Lord and not to man. Verse 24, knowing that the Lord is the one that's going to reward. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. But see, when we ignore that, when we're not just missing an ingredient, we're trying to build a skyscraper on sand. Remember that in Matthew? Where are you building your house? You don't want the winds to come and to blow. And I live in Florida, so hurricanes come too, that kind of thing. The foundation is then flawed. And no matter how impressive the building looks, it will eventually become unstable. Yeah. So the main ingredients, faith, integrity, and character. Let's talk about it. So what is that main ingredient? I've already told you those three, right? It's not some secret formula. Not at all. I told you, faith, integrity, and character. It's the intentional integration of your faith into the very DNA of your business. What do you believe? Who is it that you believe in? It's making integrity, character, and commitment to higher purpose the bedrock of every single decision that it's built on. So you're building a great foundation. You're building it on rocks and on a solid foundation, not sinking sand. Think of it this way. A business plan tells you what you're going to do. A marketing strategy tells you how you're going to sell it. But your faith, it defines why you're doing it and who you'll be while you do it. Yeah. Because see, God called you to adjust your crown and see yourself through the eyes of the cross. And we count on Jeremiah 29:11 all the time. He knows the plans. When we know who and why, then it becomes a moral compass guiding us through any ethical dilemmas that we face. It's the source of resilience when you face the inevitable setbacks. It's what's going to keep you going because you've got a bigger purpose. Now, integrating faith doesn't mean that you have to slap a Bible verse on every single product that you sell, though that can be a powerful one to do. And yeah, I like to do that too. But it means that your business operations are going to become a living testimony to your values. It's about cultivating honesty, compassion, and humility in your leadership, being that servant leader. It's about seeing your business not just as a way of making money. We're going to make a dollar, but we also make a difference. It's an instrument for God's kingdom, a tool in order to serve others, to create opportunities, and to help your community flourish. See, when faith is the foundation, your business is transformed. It's no longer just a commercial project. It becomes a calling. Every challenge becomes a chance to trust God more deeply. And believe me, we really do need to for our business. Every success then is a reason to give thanks. We're grateful. This shift doesn't just fill that spiritual void. it can also build a foundation of incredible resilience and trust, which is the cornerstones of any sustainable business. Now, comment recipe below if God is stirring up a new business idea in your heart right now, because you're looking at how has he called you? What is your divine alignment? What is your true purpose? I want you to go ahead and post that. And then we're going to jump into some practical ways then of integrating your faith. But go ahead and type that recipe below. All right, let's get to the how-tos. So all this sounds good in theory, but how do we actually do it? 3 real practical ways that you can start integrating faith is the main ingredient in your business. Let's get the shrimp out now. First, we're going to redefine your mission with a kingdom purpose. See, most business mission statements focus on market position or customer value. A faith-driven business, though, starts with a higher purpose. Your mission should be the heartbeat of your operation, guiding every single decision. So take some time to pray about it and reflect. Ask, what is God's purpose for this business? How can this venture serve others and glorify him? And then write a mission, a vision, and a value statement that actually reflects those answers. See, here, I've been known as the one-stop shop, and I usually tell people that. That's what I've been told because I have a multivaried repertoire, if you will, in bringing the faith and the logic together, because this is the 3rd stage, I guess, of my career. I started off in engineering, solving problems, doing all the logic. And then I went into the theological side, the ministry side, and with the academics as well. And now I get to bridge all that together. But I help purpose-driven leaders to scale their businesses with the systems, with the strategies, and with spirit. Because I'm not going to leave that out. Yeah, that's just an example. But once you have this, once you have your mission, your vision, and your values, share it with your team. Let this mission guide your hiring, your policies, as well as your strategic plans. Hold regular reviews, yes, and ask, are our actions still aligned with our core mission? My mission is to help purpose-driven leaders to do these things. They're going to reinvent identity. They're going to be set in that, and they're going to have unstoppable success. This is going to help you ensure that your business doesn't chase profits, if you would, but it pursues a purpose with an eternal impact. Second, we're going to lead with the heart of a servant. Remember I told you Jesus was that servant leader? That's right. See, the world often pushes a top-down, power-driven leadership model. If I got the title, you got to listen to me. I'm going to be in control, and you got to do what I say. But the kingdom of God, on the other hand, champions servant leadership. Jesus himself said, I didn't come to be served, but to serve. So bringing this mindset into your business is revolutionary. So for coaches, we're not saying this meeting is about me. It's all really about you and how you feel. See, servant leadership means that you truly prioritize the well-being and the growth of your team and those that you're helping. You lead by example with humility. I love this one. As an example, Truett Cathy, the founder of Chick-fil-A, is a legendary example. He built his company on biblical principles, and famously, he closes every single Sunday in order to give his employees a day for rest and worship. That Sabbath that we keep talking about. Now, was it just his faith that made the company successful? Of course not. They also have a brilliant operations and also a great product too. Yeah, I'm loving a peach shake, by the way. Only good during the summer. I wish they had it all year round. But that culture of servant leadership is undeniably a massive part of their success story, creating incredible loyalty and high employee retention. And it goes to show you also that when you have customer service, every time you come through the drive-through at the very end, what they say to you is always positive. it bleeds over. So see, when leaders serve their team, the team is empowered to serve customers with excellence. And this isn't just about being soft, it's about being wise. By investing in your people, you build a stronger, more resilient, and more effective organization. Number 3, build systems of unshakable integrity. See, faith isn't just about the big vision, it's about the daily details. Upholding integrity means building business systems that are transparent, they are fair, and they are honest. And this touches every part of your operation. So, how do you handle your money? Proverbs remind us that, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. This calls for ethical financial stewardship. And you guys know I'm the biblical money management expert. I'm going to tell you about that. And one of the things in the Psalms, it says, the wicked borrow and do not repay. So the question is, how do you treat your suppliers and your partners? Are you paying them on time? What about your contracts and your negotiations? They should be fair and honest as well. Where you say yes, it should be yes. And where you say no, it should be no. Yet your yay be yay and your no, your nay, nay. Remember that? So how do you market your products? Your marketing should be authentic and truthful, not based on manipulation. Come on, the sleazy tactics has got to go out the window. That's one reason why. Yeah, I just can't hear everybody. And you probably can't either, especially if you're here with me. So try starting your day with prayer instead of jumping straight into your emails. I know the email list piles up, but let's ask God first. Let's start with, Lord, what would you have for me to do today? So when you build systems then that reflect God's character in everything from your customer service policies to your daily routines, you build a business that people can truly trust. So look, integrating faith into your business is a journey. It's not a destination. It takes intention, it takes courage, and it takes a strong community. So if this message is resonating with you today, I want to invite you to be a part of the conversation. See, your business needs the right ingredients to thrive. So subscribe for more biblical business recipes. That's right, subscribe to this channel and tell me in the comments what's cooking in your entrepreneurial kitchen. Got it? See, we're here building a business that truly honors God. And I love reading your stories, and I know others will too, as well as your commitment. It's going to be a huge inspiration for all of us. So let's build a community of entrepreneurs who are redefining what success really means. All right. The main ingredient your business is missing isn't hiding in a textbook or a seminar. It's found in the commitment to align your work with your worship. It's this decision to build your business on the unshakable foundation of faith, integrity, and character. When you do this, you don't just build a profitable company, you build a legacy. You create a business that not only succeeds in the marketplace, but it also serves as a beacon of God's truth and the love in the world. And you finally stop chasing hollow success and you start building a life and a business of true, lasting significance. So don't just build a business, build a kingdom business. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes. I've been called the one-stop shop for faith-based coaches, speakers, and authors ready to 5X their income and impact. See, as the Destiny Accelerator, I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs to build scalable brands with strategy, systems, and spirit. Now, next week, we're going into the sacred space. Guess where that will be? I don't know, but you join me and I'll see you on the other side. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. God bless.